What's going on, YouTube family? Welcome back to another stream. We are here on another Tuesday evening, flying our 777 this evening from Bangkok over to Myanmar. And we are on the 777-300ER, and this is Hotel Sierra Tango, Kilo, Quebec. A pretty dirty airplane, but that is representative, I suppose. An aircraft that has been in use for quite a long time. It's a pretty short flight tonight, just about an hour and a little bit gate to gate. So we're gonna get right into the aircraft and begin boarding. So we'll call for boarding right now from GSF. Since we would have done the preliminaries already here in the city. Welcome, 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 welcome. So glad you could join the fun this evening as we head over to Myanmar. If we look at our flight plan, we will see that our flight is 395 nautical miles, so pretty short flight. Our flight level is 340, and we have 329 people on board today. But that should be a pretty quick boarding as we have the GSX.
Captain, we are ready for pushback.
We have the GSX going pretty dense, so we'll see that. We can go back into the cabin and check out the livery itself. The person who created this livery did an excellent job in terms of getting the cabin to look pretty much like Thai. So we're using another airline today.
Departure checks completed.
That's a different from the norm on the eastern side of the world. And this is a Thai airline. So we can see they have the purple colors here. Nice little design on the back here. And we have also the screen. If I can get to move. So welcome to Thai Airline, your entertainment on board. Nice. I can't move this thing. So set it like this. There we go. Passengers coming on board, so we're going to be able to do this really quickly. Let's see how many passengers. Train them not being the pop-up on the left-hand side. Nonetheless, we press on. Our call sign today is THA303. $226 last. There we go. And so today we don't have to worry about GSX is behaving itself today, where we can see our passengers and there's no pink texture, so that is perfect. So we have our first business class passenger here. Good morning, sir. Current time in Bangkok is 6:07, 7 minutes past 6 in the morning. So once we get airborne, we should be seeing some sun. Going outside, we see that we have the sun rising. So that is a beautiful sight. So we should have a nice departure this morning out of Bangkok. We'll be departing towards the west, southwest. Yeah, southwest. So should be a nice departure.
We are 1 mile inbound for Stability Islands.
So we go to our FMC and input information. 340 is our cruise altitude with a fastness of 100. Our reserves based on our information here is 6.3. I'm going to change this with the system as we are not using. Kilos of that side, the aircraft here. Let's change that. 6.3 is the reserves, and for they take off with 226.8. Back up to the EFB and we go to performance tool, import from OFB, and we're departing out of Suvarnabhumi out of runway 20 on the left. With up the 19 right, such a case. And then 19. There's 19 left. And we import from the. This is also in. There we go. Kilos. Put the weather. Winds calm. Calculate. And we have takeoff 2 with a N1 of 89.6. Base speed 148.152.158. Takeoff 245. Top 5. 148.158. So next page and load the wind. Execute. Go to the descent page. Quick load, and we'll have our wind compiled. Since we have a fuel on board, we can start the APU. While we're having the passengers board, we turn on the passenger side. While the passengers are boarding, let's go to our Navigraph and we will do our departure briefing. This morning we are parked on stand Delta 4, which is concourse D. Pushback facing west and then taxi via Tango 10 over the Gulf. Then make a right on Gulf. That right on Gulf. Make another right on Delta. Take Delta all the way to Echo 1. Push out of 20. So I suppose that the charts are saying something. Charts are saying 20 left and right. I'd assume that this would be 19 left and 19 right. Not sure what's going on with our departure or performance to what it's saying. We have 20 right here. Not sure what that can be. Nevertheless, we'll keep it at 19 left since that's a left. Cool. For our departure today, we're using the Nunley 1 Gulf, and this is chart 20-3J, effective October 3. And for the departure, we'll take open heading 195, then right turn at Bravo Sierra 940, then to Bravo Sierra 932, right to Brugot, direct Bravo Sierra 936, then direct Cabot, take Cabot to Bravo Sierra 938, then to Anrip, then we'll make a left turn towards Nunley to join the Lima 507 on the flight plan route. We don't have an ATC on board today, it's online this morning, so we will just call our information on Unicom, which is welcome to decimal 8, and proceed along as normal. For our departure, the V1 speed is 148, V2 is VR is 152, and V2 is 158. On the takeoff roll, if we have any engine fire or any other failure that is dire, we will come to a complete stop. On the run, we close the thrusters and auto brakes will reject the takeoff, and then we will let the Unicom know what we're doing, taxi on runway if we can, and then we'll assess the situation and determine if we can fly or we will come back to the gate. If after V1 we're coming to the takeoff, we will climb, clean up the aircraft at about 3,000 feet, and we will navigate and come back around to land on runway 20 left in this case, or 20 right, and then we'll of course advise the traffic movements. So with that, departure briefing is complete. If you're just joining, welcome onto the street. We are flying from Bangkok to Myanmar. That is an Airbus sitting on the right side of us. We are here on the left side at gate Delta 4, and that looks beautiful with the sun coming through these metal things on the airport. That is a beautiful airplane with the early morning sun. I'm going to take a picture of that. That is beautiful. Early morning flight here out of Bangkok. 122 passengers out of 326. So we are doing pretty good on the boarding. And we can go back and check those passengers as they board and tell them good morning. When we came back here earlier, there was only one passenger in the business class. Now we have a few more. Good morning, guys. Welcome aboard. This 1 hour flight to Myanmar. Good to have you on board. Enjoy the flight. Beautiful colors of the purple for Thai. Well representative or well represented. Stuck again. We're going to disconnect the air condition unit. We'll check our air supply. And we see that the ducts are 24-25, so we'll open up the left and right pack. And we see those rise there, packs are on. And we have a heading today is 195, so we'll put that in the heading window. We'll climb for 180 initially, then to cruise 134. As the flight time today is 1 hour. Gate to gate should be an hour and a little bit. Gate to gate is an hour and 14 minutes, so not a very long flight today once we're up or down. So once we get airborne, we'll also go through our arrival. Since it's a pretty big bird, we will be able to get there pretty fast. We have some tailwinds going over to Myanmar today, so it will really be a quick one as we get airborne. Probably going to be time to descend. We can run our checklist. The pre-flight checklist: oxygen tested 100%. Instruments heading 195. Altimeter is 1009. And our pre-flight checklist is complete. I wonder where that went. Trevor, one of my good friends, heading over to Myanmar with me this morning. that would be THA301. That's pretty cool. We'll have some company. One of my friends from Barbados is flying along with us today, so that Airbus that we saw earlier, that would be him. So we'll have some company. If you feel like flying off today as well, come on down. We are still boarding, so you have some time. If you want to know the route, just type ! route in the chat and you will get the route that we're flying today. Alright, I appreciate that, Trevon. You can turn that down just a little bit more. How's that? Is this better for the mic as well? Gotta make sure that we can hear me clearly, of course. How's that now? Testing 1 2 3 3 2 1. So we have 100 and I appreciate it, Trevon, appreciate that. So we have 189 now out of 326. So we're doing pretty good on the boarding. GSX is cooperating with us today, so that is a good thing. We don't have to be fussing at all. Let's see if we can do a radio check on the frequency. Bangkok traffic radio check. $201 out of 326. Let's look at our weather maps. There seems to be some weather to the south of us, but that shouldn't be too much to cause any issues. But of course, we'll maintain the seatbelt sign for this flight since it's pretty short. Passengers will be able to move about, but we'll keep the sign on for the duration of the flight. And there's some isolated embedded CBs up to flight level 500. So we should be fine. It's just a broad area, but we'll keep the seatbelt sign on this morning since we have a pretty short. And the vertical profile shows us taking off, climbing to level 340, and then top we send down to IMR. So we should have a smooth flight today. We shouldn't have any problems, hopefully, as we take this 1 hour flight over to Myanmar. 300ER. So guys, I'm excited. I am really excited because the day after tomorrow is the release of the alpha version of the A380. So that's going to be another big jet to the simulator, and we are overly excited for that. Releasing on Thursday. We may not be able to do a stream on Thursday evening, but I can definitely do one on Friday. So look out for another stream later this week. I may do another stream on Thursday. I'm not entirely sure. We'll see how that goes. But for sure with the A380, once we check that out, we definitely bring it up, put it on the stream, and run it on a little short leg. And then once we get a couple legs in that, then we're gonna definitely take that bad boy on some long haul. The A380 from Fly-by-Wire. Fly-by-Wire is a free add-on, and let me tell you, the A320X, the A320neo is an excellent airplane. And for a freeware, let me tell you that the freeware, for that being freeware, that plane is fantastic. You would not expect the way in which they go into depth with that. It throws or blows several other aircraft, payaway aircraft out the water. And unfortunately, the A330 that we were waiting on for Microsoft 2020, the aerosol that came out the other day, and the reviews weren't looking too nice. The reviews were not nice at all. From all indications, they should have kept that in the workshop for another few months or maybe a year, depending on what's going on, because you literally can't do anything with the aircraft. You can't fly it on VATSIM because it can't do certain basic functions according to what they're saying. So this release on Thursday, they're telling us point blank, yes, it's not a complete airplane. They're still working on things in the background, but you're able to do a flight from point A to point B on VATSIM. You can do holes, you can fly ILS approaches, you can shoot the approaches. So when you have that, you're able to fly on VATSIM and be able to function normally. So we're hoping that Aerosoft will take a page out of their book, I hope. We'll see how that goes. We'll arm the VLAV and the LNAV as we await the remainder of our passengers boarding. We have 250 out of 326, so we should be out of here in the next 7 minutes or so. So we're getting there slowly but surely. If you just joined in, welcome on the stream tonight, guys. It is good to have you. We are flying a 777-300ER from Bangkok to Myanmar. A new airport, new area, so should be fun. And I hope that you also enjoy the flight. If it's your first time, please consider liking, subscribing, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next live stream that we have here on the Aviator 268 channel. Once again, welcome aboard. And with that, we can talk to the passengers that are coming on here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Board is from the flight. This is your captain speaking. We are set at Delta 4 here on the concourse, and we're almost ready to go up here. Just waiting on the final load sheet from the ramp agents downstairs. Current weather right now out of Bangkok, winds out of the southwest, pretty calm, light winds, temperature 26. And our arrival into Myanmar, winds are out of the southeast at about 2 knots. Those are also winds are calm, and the temperature is just about the same here in Bangkok. A few clouds at 200. Hey, what's going on, Nana? What's up? Welcome to the stream, man. You have clouds scattered at 1,600. A few clouds at 2,000 with some CBs, some thunderclouds around, and broken at 11,000. So we might be dodging a little bit of those, but for the most part, we should be fine. We know you could choose whichever airline you wish for travel today, and we're grateful for you choosing Thai Airways. and we hope you enjoy our flight. Welcome aboard. Do I like the 300? Yes and no. I prefer the 200ER, but given what's going on in the market right now with PMDG, they're not. I don't know if we're gonna see the 200 anytime soon. At least not for the rest of the quarter. So this is the last quarter of the year, and the next thing to come out would be the freighter version of the 777, which is a 200 version, but it's a 200 LR. So I suppose, which would make sense, to do the freighter LR and then the passenger LR, because you pretty much have the framework already done, and then the 200ER will come. So it's much like what happens with PMDG, with the Prepare version 4, Prepare 3D. They came out with everything else and left the ER version until the very end, and then we have Microsoft 2020. So I didn't really get much flying time out of that, but I really prefer the shorter version of the airplane, which is the 200ER. So I'm hoping that comes out pretty soon. But then with the advent of Microsoft 2024 coming around the corner in the next 3 weeks, they're going to be working hard at trying to get all of their current products over to 2024. So that's going to delay some. It is going to delay some. So we just have to wait and see. What I am grateful for, eventually we'll get the Max, so that we can have the Max on the stream as well. But what I'm grateful for is that we will be getting the A380 shortly, which will give us a little bit of a preface for the A350 that will come from any builds. So that's what I'm kind of looking forward to. The other one that I would prefer to have is the 757. Unfortunately, that's also delayed. So we just have to wait and see. 314 passengers out of 326. So we're just about ready to push up the gate here, guys. So let's get some of these things rolling. We can turn off or release the ground power. Our parking brake is set. I might have to get a new rig for 2024, but I'm really interested in the 7520. Yeah, man. What's your current specs? I don't think you might need so much of a change unless if you have a good rig right now, you should be fine. But yeah, that 757, they're looking really good, and I'm happy that they're delaying it just to get it right, because you want to start with your best foot forward. 321 out of 226. So let's get the show on the road. Yeah, the 777-200ER. I thought when RSR would have said they did the Poland, which is the most popular variant, I was shocked to hear the 300. I assumed that 300 is popular on the Eastern world, this part of the world that we're in, because a lot of the airlines that use the 777, they do use the 300 quite a bit. But in the Western world, the 200ER is what we thrive on. But hey, it is what it is. We just gotta wait. Final load sheet is gonna come in just now. I need to make sure I set my fuel correctly, because I just changed that. That does not look right at all. But let's double check that. We don't want to be in a situation where we are not able to arrive because we don't have enough fuel. Okay, good. The fuel is fine. All right. That bell meant that our aircraft is now ready for departure. So we're gonna pretend that the flight attendant would have come and spoken to us. All good. All right, cool. See you later. Close the door. Door is now shut. So let's now run through our departure checks. Turn on the fuel pumps. Pump number 4. Light extinguished, and we're going anti-clockwise pattern. Beacon light comes on. There is no fuel in the center pump, so this can stay off. And thinking that this might still be a little bit too loud. There we go. I'd love to see the dash at some point, but yes, a dash 8 would be nice. I don't know who is doing. There's a dash 7 available. I've never flown it, don't know much about it, but there is a dash 7 available. So if they do a dash 8, it would be nice to have a dash 8 300 and the 400. I grew up with the dash 8 300, so it would be nice to see that versus the 400, but I'm not sure why they wouldn't do that. Open our checklist. Our flight deck door is closed and locked. Passenger signs are on. MCP V2158 heading 195. Altitude 18. Flight 180. CDU pre-flight is completed. Trim is 4 and it is 4 set. That is the default, so that is there. Yes, it is. 4 units, 0 and 0. Taxi and takeoff briefing is completed. Beacon light is on and our before start checklist is complete. We're gonna let GSX know we are ready to go. Prepare for push. Let's check our doors. Doors are closing, and we can remove the chocks. We will arm all the doors. Ground services are all gone, so we are good to go. Nice. Get our engine page up, and we can check to see what's going on. So Trevon, we are ready to push. We're gonna face east. That's interesting. Trevon, question: What is your pushback saying? It's telling me to face east. We'll do that.
Release parking brakes, please.
Back on traffic. THA303 heavy push and start off of Delta 4, facing east on Tango 12. Back on traffic. Parking brake is released and start the timer.
Clear. Start at will.
Yeah, never flown dash 7. I don't really fancy it, if I could say that. Don't fancy it at all. But it would be nice if they could really and truly do a dash 8 300. It would be nice if they could do the whole sweep 1, 2, and 300, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But we never know. Starting engine 2, then 1. Start engine number 2, and auto start. So our pushback is going to take us towards the right, which is weird. And so we'll go on T9, taxi T9, then right on Gulf. Not sure why they did us that, but it is what it is. We'll work with it. Ties 301 radar check.
5x5.
Roger. We just pushed out the gate.
Excellent.
Engine 1, engine 2 is
Please set
started.
parking brakes.
Parking brake is set. Starting engine number
Unlocking
1.
gear.
And we can go outside and check that. These big, huge engines. Just imagine that a 737 can, the nose of a 737 can fit inside this airplane. Cameron is what we're flying today.
Tow truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Bypass pin is
Left is clear.
removed.
Right is clear.
Roger. See you on the left side with the wave. Oh wow, didn't click the auto start. That's crazy. Airplane is waiting on me to click it, and I didn't. There's the wave, and we'll give her a taxi light as an acknowledgement. Thank you. See you next time through. Dashboard's cut off, and engine 1 is started, and everything looks good. Let's do a flight control check. Generally, we don't look at that, so let's just for the left, for the right. Let's take on the left, right, neutral, go back, go down. It is free and closed. So anti-ice not required, recall is checked. Auto brake RTO, flight controls check, ground equipment is clear. Flaps 5. Taxi light coming on, and when we turn off light, and we are ready to taxi. THA303 heavy taxi runway 20 left via Gulf, right on Delta. Echo 1, hold short of 20 left. Back in traffic. See that massive wing. The 777-300ER. And pushback should be ready for that A320. Get turn now. With the aircraft being so long, we're supposed to please wait until the line passes this window pane, the last window pane, then make the right turn. That way we should be able to get back on the, let's see how we do. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Nice and sunny out now. Nice daytime flight.
Type 301. What's the start off of Delta to South traffic? Type 301 Airflight 275 inbound. 301 arrival. Yeah, type 1. Cap airport site.
Seems that we have a couple of aircraft coming in. Cleared left, cleared right. According to one of my friends who passed away last year, going at 10 miles an hour or 10 knots is a professional taxi. So we're doing the professional taxi right about now, which will give our Airbus company a little time to catch up. So we'll keep that going. There's an A380 out here. He seems to be going to runway 2. Cabin is ready. Good. There's an Asia.
Good
And
morning,
then there's somebody coming in
traffic,
here.
Aeroflot 103 south on right, vectoring from the south. Currently at heading 045 inbound.
Right, so they're coming in on this side. Okay, so you're gonna have to hold on because those guys are coming in on the south side versus the north side. Let's see what they're actually using in the real world. Let's see. Yeah, they're actually flying in for. They're using the 2-0, so not sure why they're going that way. But I guess with no ATC, people just do what they need to do, right? What's easier for them. So we just give them the time to do what they gotta do.
Ty 103, I think I have you in sight. Looks like you're about north of Vtbs from Aeroflot 275 heavy. Yep, affirm. I have you in sight. Aeroflot 275 heavy.
That is the Emirates over here. Not sure where he's going, but we make a right on Delta and taxi towards runway 20 left. Here's the arrival of aircraft coming in now. Another Thai airline. 320. That was a beautiful touchdown. Look at that. Yes, sir. Nice. Excellent job, man. Excellent job, excellent job. And I should mind my business because I'm taxiing off the center. Oh, okay, cool. Let's see where our company aircraft is. There he is. He's on his way.
Traffic, THA301 taxiing runway 20 left via Golf and Delta. Traffic.
Let's remind ourselves of our departure. We are using the Nunley 1 Golf. Sometimes this thing takes forever and a day to load. Okay, good job. So we depart heading 195 and make a right turn to Bravo 940, 932, then boog out below 10,000,
Aeroflot 275 short final.
then towards Cabot, and up towards Anrip, then we make a left towards Nunley, then flight plan route. So that is that. Let's do our taxi checklist. Taxi checklist is complete, and also our before takeoff checklist is also complete. We are good to go. Should we do a rolling takeoff is the question. Probably we had to hold on because we want to make sure, well, the airflott's on the east side of the airport, so we should be fine. but the Emirates, I'm not sure what the Emirates is doing. Emirates 377 Super. Emirates 377 Super.
Traffic, go ahead, Aeroflot 275.
Not Aeroflot, we're looking for Emirates, the Emirates that's on the opposite end of the runway. Just trying to check to see if he's departing off of 2 right, so we can hold for him.
Okay, copy that from Aeroflot 275. Just vacating onto taxiway Bravo 4 now. Just vacating off runway 10 right.
And for the traffic pulling red, we just passed the aircraft and it does look like they are departing out of runway 02 right.
Alright, so go ahead. Emirates, we're taxiing down to the west side, so not the west side, going on to 20 left. So if you're going to depart off of 2 right, you can go ahead. We're still heading down towards the departure runway. Did I just pass my thing? I certainly did.
Traffic Aeroflot 275 Heavy going to be continuing on to Gulf.
This is why you gotta pay attention, guys. I totally missed the left turn,
and then down
and I'm going all the way around. That makes no sense. Look at that. Well, at least we should give the guy enough time to go back around. Wow. Give myself extra work to do. Look at that.
Aeroflot 275 on taxiway Gulf.
How come, guys, you didn't tell me that I was passing my turn, man? But that's alright. That will give the aircraft enough time to do what they need to do. He's now lined up on the runway, so we're... I guess you can call it we took the scenic route. Exploring the airport while on an active flight. Don't tell my boss, huh? Flight attendants, seats for departure, please. Trevon must be looking at me wondering what I'm doing. Man, I missed my left turn. I was looking at the charts giving a reminder of what I was going to do for the takeoff, and I missed the turn. But that is okay. Okay, so he came offline. Alright. Let's pause the music and get the aircraft ready for... Man, don't be laughing at me, man. That's just... Listen. Totally missed the departure, but that's okay. That's okay. We're there now. Echo 1 is where we're going. I don't see the Emirates aircraft anymore, so we're gonna go ahead and line up on runway 20. This is so here we see it saying 19 right, but it's 20 left. That's all right. We'll take it. Runway entry procedure. Yeah, man, it's coming up right. I was just breathing. That's why I'm gonna blame it. I was breathing and missed it. Being a one man pilot, right? One man flight deck. Strobe's coming on. Clear to the right, and we're clear to the left. Is that him on the runway still? Yes, it is. Okay. Not sure what's going on there, but we just line up for a moment and wait.
Sorry, 303, have a good flight from Aeroflot 275.
Arthur, thanks so much. You have a good day too. See ya.
Oh, wait a minute. It's good to see you, my friend. Long time no see.
Oh yeah, man, what's going on?
Nothing much, just landed in from Msfs and now I'm just checking to the gate for Aeroflex 275 Heavy.
Roger, roger, roger. Alright, not seeing that guy again, that's fine. We're gonna go ahead and take off. Okay. Landing lights coming on, wing lights coming on. Guys, are we ready to go? Yes, we are. Bangkok traffic, THA303, heavy takeoff runway 20 left. Right turn after departure, via Nunley 1 go. Bangkok traffic. Alright, 51%. Start the timer. A little pressure on the yoke and toga. Thrust is set. 89.8. Airspeed alive. 80 knots. Hold. Keep the center line. Looking good, looking good.
V1.
V1. Rotate. Ooh, that's nice and smooth. Get that little catapult up and then we can pull off. Positive brake, gear up. LNAV, check. I can't even see my airplane. There we go. Wow.
Bangkok traffic, THA301 heavy lining up, runway 1, correct, 20 left. Bangkok traffic.
Bangkok traffic. THA303 cleared on a passing 2000. Join the departure. Bangkok traffic last call. See ya. Climb. Thrust set. And flying this airplane right about now. Let's see how much we could do with it. Get that nose down just a bit. Speed check, flaps 1.
Traffic, Aeroflex 275 signing off for today, and see y'all on the next time. Aeroflex 275 heavy.
Okay. Speed check, flaps up.
Bangkok traffic, THA301, departing runway 20 left. Runway 10 left, departure Bangkok.
Autopilot on. Let's get beautiful airplane. I should have set up the aircraft, the views before I actually came off the ground. That way I would have been able to see the aircraft. Couldn't see this a while ago. That's crazy. Early morning departure out of Bangkok. That's a nice picture right there. And just like so, guys, we are airborne out of Bangkok. We're going to ignore this restriction right here and continue our climb up to flight level 340. Since there's no ADC online, we just cleared the restriction of maintaining 10,000 below Gugat. So we just go ahead and climb direct to flight level 340. The transition level, transition altitude, sorry, is 11,000. So once we pass 11,000 feet, we'll go ahead and set standard altimeter. Less than 10,000 feet. Landing lights come off. All exterior lights coming off. And we run the after departure checklist. As the takeoff checklist is complete. And we are airborne. Sitting at the back of those wings. Let's see if we can see the other takeoff, the other aircraft. Let's see. Is that him? Clouds in the way, can't see. Not seeing him right now. Let's see what the TCAS is saying. And standard set. Nope, not seeing on TCAS either. But that's alright, he's still there. We're good. The departure. So we're now heading towards Bravo Sierra 936. We'll make a left towards Cabot. And we should cross that above flight level 140, which we already are. That was a pretty smooth takeoff. I like it. I like that. I gotta say, the guy who created this airplane, he really made it look worn, which is what, I mean, it's a bit dirty, but hey, it shows that the aircraft has some years on it. You should be able to see the passengers here. There they are. Nice. Really like how GSX would have been able to do all of this. You know, the simulator really has come up quite a long way from us having no passengers, having to use things like FS passengers from before, and now you're able to see actual passengers seated on an airplane. That is cool. That is really, really cool. Passengers are reading a book, reading a newspaper, drinking some Coke. Some might be on their tablet. That's just cool. Climbing to flight level 180. Heading up to flight level 340, which is our cruise. 354 miles to go. Again, pretty quick flight. Once we get airborne, this plane is gonna move. Currently at 0.67, should be at flying at 0.84. Let's see what our cruise is gonna be. 828. All right. We're gonna be moving along pretty quick. So Nailani, what's your current specs, man? You didn't tell me that part. While we're cruising, we can turn back on our music. 9 minutes into the flight, and we are passing flight level 235, heading up to flight level 340. Let me know if the music is still too loud, guys. They want to overpower the stream at all. Early morning 777 flight out of Bangkok heading to Myanmar. This is a new flight for us, uncharted waters, but that is okay. Once we have our charts, we are fine. We'll be able to handle anything, and it looks like a pretty straightforward flight, so we are fine. Which is your favorite wide body, chat? Mine is the 200ER on the 777. The Airbus A380 will be coming out shortly. It probably isn't going to be my favorite, but again, just because it's a new airframe that's going to be on the street and it's free, hey, it is free, and that is right up most of our alleys. You know, we're spending all this money on aircraft, but Thursday afternoon, well, I guess Thursday, sometime during the day on Thursday, will be the release of the A380 Alpha version. So guys, please don't think that it's a complete version, because it's not. They would have said so extensively on their website. And if you are thinking about checking them out, feel free to do that at Fly-by-Wire Sim. This is their website. They will let you know what's coming. The NOTAM reads that it comes out on the 31st. So features with the above mind, we shall detail the current functionality of the aircraft. Custom flight management system based on the updated version 2 implementation. All 424 leg types are supported with an aim for precise and accurate drawing of all procedures, robust sequencing of waypoints, and accurate MFD flight plan pages, including support for holding. So again, aircraft is able to do flights on VATSIM. Let's get this view in a little better position. Go. So, system includes electrical, pneumatic, environmental, air conditioning, ventilation, and pressurization. APU and fire protection are fully modeled, included there in the components, logic, and communication protocol. There's over 140 failures available with Theater EMB. As with everything else, full simulation is not always guaranteed. So, we will expect certain things to not necessarily be available, but they are pretty much doing quite a bit for it. We can expect full control service and wingflex simulation based on the environmental and fuel, and you will see that once we get our hands on the airplane. This is a feature that's very interesting that I'm ready to try out. Is the brake to vacate, which plays a crucial role in automatically managing braking to reach a runway exit pre-selected by the flight crew. It also enhances pilot awareness of braking distance before and during landing. So it will help us to, if we want to vacate via this runway, this turn off, it will give us or apply the amount of braking that is needed for that. That's a pretty cool feature. Another thing that's very interesting is the onboard navigation system, the ONAS, the OANS, and that will give us, so we saw this on our screen, which is the Navigraph version of it. So we were able to see the ground. Oops. This is kind of what that is, where you're able to see the airport as you're taxiing. However, this would now be available on the primary flight display, as we see on the screen. So right on the screen, you don't have to look off, so to speak. So imagine that we're taxiing and I missed the turn. That's an excellent caveat for that. So I would have missed the turn simply because I had to look down on the tablet, versus if I'm sitting on the flight deck taxiing and I can see everything that I'm doing right here on the primary flight display. So that is actually something that I'm looking forward to as well. The A350 also has a similar functionality, so that's also something to look forward to. I'm really excited because when we look forward to the MFCDU, the multifunctional display unit, the MCDU, this is totally different to what the regular Airbuses use. And if you watched my previous stream, I would have also spoken about the same thing. So this is a perfect example that I'm sitting here on the flight deck and I am taxiing and I can see everything right in front of me. Yes, there's an EFB and I'm pretty sure I can get the charts on that side as well. But having that onboard navigation system, it gives you the ability to keep your eyes on the screen right in front of you, where you don't have to look off too much to do your taxis and so on. So you shouldn't have any issues where you miss taxiways, pretty much what I just did. And so the multifunctional display, not the multifunctional, the MCDU, what you'd also call the flight management computer, that too is also different. There's a lot more you can do, a lot more that you'll have to learn for us to be able to function with the new MCDU that's there. In a regular Airbus, one of the smaller buses, the A320 family and also the A330s, up to even the Neos, they use the basic old technology, and so it will be a learning curve, and again gives us an opportunity to anticipate what the Inibill's A350 will also bring to the table. So it really is an exciting period for us coming forth. So the A380 is rated as capable for point A to point B on VATSIM, but not the development. But the development team would like to point out that, much like in the past with the A320X development process, some systems may not be operable from the start. The full list of systems will be available in our documentation at a later time, and we'll be updating this list as we progress through the development of the A380. So once they release this in alpha on Thursday, which is the next 2 days, guys, I am literally excited. I'm really excited about this. I really am. We'll be able to see exactly what they offer at the start, and we'll just continue to see them improving the aircraft over a period of time. So within the next 3 months, the end of the year until January thereabout, expect to see a lot of changes going on with it. I think they said in their stream that they're not gonna make the primary focus of the A380 in 2024 just yet, but oh, here it is. So while we know many are eager waiting the release for 2024, it is important to note that the A324 Spirit version of the A380 will not immediately launch with it. It has been revealed that 2024 does include built-in backwards compatibility of 2020 add-ons, and while the 2020 version of A380 may be loaded into the new sim on day one, we can't guarantee that the functionality that exists in 2020 will transit to 2024. So the adapting of that will require some significant effort due to differences in the system requirements and optimization needed for the 3D model. And so they plan to make the transition smooth, and it could take a few weeks or months depending on the required changes. Importantly, Since career mode will not be supported outside of the marketplace, and we have no plans to join the marketplace. Again, the reason why they're not going to put it in the marketplace, guys, is because it's a free airplane. Marketplace requires that anything that goes into the marketplace has to have a certain amount of, in terms of, I think it's like $4.99 or something like that. So it would not come to marketplace. So if you are flying on, or you prefer to use the marketplace, you will not be able to fly the A380. We're at flight level 340. We are approximately 256 miles, so we still have a good ways to go. Our top of descent would be in the next 15 minutes or so. So let's begin looking at our charts for the arrival. So looking at our star, we're using the NSIT-1 Alpha on arrival, and we're coming in via the Ludwig intersection or Ludwig transition on a head of 1. No, that's 100. Distance is 106 from NSIT. Join NSIT, and we need to be above 12,000 feet, 230 knots, and then we'll fly direct to Yankee 9017 below 150. We want to be like that. Direct to Bagu, we should be above flight level 80, 230 knots, then make a left turn towards Paksu, which is our initial fix, towards the ILS Zulu runway 21, I believe it is. Yes. ILS Zulu runway 21. ILS Zulu runway 21. Let's look at chart 11-1, effective January 2018. We'll enter via Bagu, direct to Pax, which is our initial approach fix, direct to Ligu, which is the initial approach fix, the VOR Hotel Golf uniform, then join the localizer for that runway 21. Is that offset? No, it's not. So we cross Hilo at 3,000, then on a 3-degree glide slope down towards Babel, then Sulak. We should be at Sulak fully configured at 1,500 feet, then into runway 21. As always, I like to use the fix so we can kind of gauge ourselves. So we're going to put a 15-mile ring around, 4 miles Sulap. We should be fully configured. That's what that star means. So let's put a fix in here, and it is India Yankee Golf November. India Yankee Golf November. And our heading final course is 214. 214, and we put a 15-mile radius, 214, 7-mile radius, so we're fully configured by 7 miles, and we can check that on our plan, legs page, step 2, and we see that right here. 15 miles is just after Paksu. We'll cross Paksu and maintain 180 knots. And then once we cross that to Hlugu, we'll then switch our final approach speed by 7 miles, and we'll be fully configured for the arrival into Myanmar. On our approach, there aren't any significant threats. The NSA is 1700 to the south, 2100 to the north, so pretty flat area. However, we have to do a missed approach. We climb on course 225 to Yankee 901. Then turn right to track 6315 to Lucas, climb 3000 and hold, or as instructed by ATC, and our missile approach turns are limited to a max of 230 knots. If there's an ATC on line, we would let them know exactly what we need to do should we have to do a go around. Our transition level is 075, and that's already set in our FMC on the descent page. Let's do a forecast. Oh, that was already in. We'll do another one. Not a problem. Once we land, let's look at what we expect for our runway turnoff. It is a single runway into Myanmar, so we have 11,200 feet to play with, so we should be able to use level 1 for our landing brakes. Once we land, we can anticipate departing off of Ryzen runway Alpha 3 or Romeo 1. If we feel like rolling out, we go to Alpha 2. We don't need to go to Alpha 1. We have enough landing runway, so we should be fine with that. Once we exit the runway at Alpha 3 or Romeo 1, we then taxi to one of the stands on the left side. Not sure which one we'll go to, Terminal 1 or Terminal 2, but we'll find a heavy gate and park up. We may use 7 or 8 because of the distance between those gates, so we'll see what happens. Terminal 2 might be it because have less gates and they're a little bit wider, so we probably will use either 8 or 11. We'll see how that goes once we get on the ground. Top of the descent is 64 nautical miles, so we will turn back to our display and we're gonna reduce our altitude down to 12,000, which is the initial descent on the star of 12,000. That is our base, and that will be crossing that at 230 knots, and that is registered at exit in our FMC, so we should be able to meet that restriction. So our arrival approach briefing is completed. Let's go ahead and do our landing performance. Runway 21. Let's check the weather to make sure that we're still using Mach 2. That is great. Altimeter 1010. So we'll set altimeter 1010. That is set and set twice. Import our landing weight. Landing flaps 30, AC on, AI is off. Our reverse is continue all operational. We'll use auto brake 1 and VRAM +5 and calculate. So our landing distance required is 8,105 and we have 11,000 available. So with 8,100 required, that should give us, if we use a touchdown zone and we taxi, we should be able to exit off of the high-speed runway Romeo 1. So we should be able to use Romeo 1 as well. So we plan for that. VRAM +5, 147. And that is set. And we are 44 from our top of descent. Auto brake is set. And we run the approach checklist. The descent checklist. For 1, landing data VRAM is 147. Minimums we did not set. Go back to our ILS, and our minima for us is 300, so we'll set that. descent. Approach briefing is completed and our descent checklist is complete. And now we just sit back and relax and wait for our descent. Ooh. Really beautiful day. Guys, give me 2 minutes. I will be right back. And we're back. Just in time to start our descent. We listen to the engine rollback as we go into descent mode. Look at that engine wobble. That's another thing that I like about the whole when developers create airplanes, you want to make it as realistic as possible. And seeing these engine wobbles, the first person to put those on, I think, were Captain Sim in P3D days, where their 767s had a nice engine room. I think PMDG did it as well on the 777 and they did it on the 747s, and then the 777s also had it, but it was really noticeable on the 747s. But I think it was Captain Sim who first got it really nicely on the 767s. I really wish Captain Sim would have continued their model making in terms of modeling their systems, but we'll leave that for another discussion. But yes, it's really nice to see an engine wobbling as you go through. It adds to the immersion, so you can see the wing actually doing something. You know, the wind is creating some sort of the environment, rather, is the airplane is functional within the environment, and that's pretty cool. Thinking all the way back to Flight Sim 98, FS 98. Can't even compare to. I wonder if anybody on YouTube has videos of FS 98. Wow, that's a long time ago, man. Then you have FS9, FS 98, FS 2000, FS 2002, then 2004, then FSX. And if you just watch how those different simulators would have graduated or matriculated or gotten better over time, the visual model has just improved significantly, both with airplane and environment, with airports and these sort of things, and then the advent of things like GSX just makes things look so much better, feel so much more immersive. And that's the kind of thing that you want to do. People always ask the question, if I could fly a real plane, if it were to happen, God forbid that really happens, yes, I should be able to in theory, because these airplanes are somewhat replicas of the real airplane. PMDG for sure would have modeled so many failures that you could throw something in there that you would definitely see in the real world, and they would have gone through extensive hours to test these things, put these things into practice, because they have the documentation to model it. So it's really and truly something that you could take seriously. And for anybody out there who wants to become a pilot, Microsoft Flight Simulator, even though it's a game, quote unquote, a lot of us somewhat take offense when you say, oh, you're playing a game, because it's a little bit more than that. Not a little bit, it's much more than that. For the person who wants to take it seriously, you can definitely do so, and you can definitely get yourself ready for your airline career with using Microsoft Flight Simulator, especially with the capabilities of Microsoft Flight Simulator right now. You're able to do something like that. I remember when I used to work at the airport, I would be so fascinated with flying back then, as I still am right now, and I used to program the flight management computer for CRJs, and several pilots be like, where did you learn that? Flight Simulator, you know. So don't take it for granted. You can learn quite a bit, and you do benefit from it. So the next best thing that could happen from this is to go into a level D simulator, which is what the pilots actually train on, where you get that motion as well. That adds to the immersion of it, as if you're flying the real thing before you actually go out on the line. So have at it. If you've never flown it before, you should try it out. Just go search Microsoft Flight Simulator and you'll be able to find it. You'll definitely be able to find that. Descending through flight level 230, heading down to flight level 120. Passing 120, we then descend further to flight level 80 and make that left turn according to our left turn at Bagu. So we cross Bagu at flight level 80. And you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna hard tune that so that we definitely cross that at 8,000. Let's see if we get an issue with the restriction. Shouldn't. Alright, great. And I may want to put 3,000 here at Elugu, and leak. So our company our company aircraft is behind us. B2 is descending, so we should be fine. We have some distance between us, so we should be good. ATC, FMC messages drag required. We let the aircraft do that on its own. Let's see. You'll be able to handle that on its own, so we'll allow it to do that. 22 from Yankee 917, we should cross that at or above 12,000. So we are going to reduce now to 8,000, and that will be what we get at to Bagu. And let the aircraft fly itself down. Double check the weather. Weather in Myanmar, winds 260 L3, still calm, and QNH 1010. We have that set twice, and we'll also wait a minute. Standard, please. Yep. Set that down to 0. Yangon traffic by 303 descending through flight level 190 for flight level 80. We'll make left to join the localizer runway 21 on the ILS Zulu 2. Yangon traffic. So we're at 230 on our speed. Aircraft is coming down nicely. No need to tune the ILS in this aircraft, that is done automatically. In the nav page, ILS is 109.9, and that is double checked on ILS Zulu 109.9, and that is set, so we are good to go. If you haven't already done so, guys, thank you so much for joining. Please make sure you like and subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next stream. And speaking about our next stream, hopefully we can get one in on Thursday. If not Thursday, we definitely do one on Friday. We will be able to show off the A380, which releases on Thursday, so look out for that. Also, you can join the Discord channel, !point Discord. You get the link there. Feel free to join and talk with us. Building a community over there so we can interact with each other while we fly. We can also create group life. So feel free to join the Discord. You'll see when we post videos and descending through file level 140. Descending through file level 117, coming down to file level 80. Once past 10,000 feet, we will then engage or turn on our landing lights. 10,005. Ten thousand feet. Landing lights coming on. Wing lights coming on. And we dig the cabin. Gonna speed into V and reduce our speed to 210. My traffic. THA303 Heavy is 4 miles from Bagu. Will make a left base, join the ILS Zulu runway 21. My traffic. Descend down to 3,000 now. Cabin is ready. So we made that left turn now towards Paksu. We continue descend down to 3,000, and that 3,000 should be by the VRAM, which is approximately approximately 10 miles from the airport, from the field. So we should be able to join the localizer by then. Crossing now our transition level, so standard set 1010. Our approach checklist, altimeter is 1010. Approach checklist complete. Upon reaching Paksu, we'll reduce our speed to 180, then extend one flat.
Traffic, Type 301 is at 4,000 overhead with Danville to the island to runway 21. We'll call back.
So let's reduce speed to 200 now. Traffic copy. Flaps 1. So our Thai friend here, he is I think he probably took the VOR approach. Oh, he did be a Danso, so he will take Danso coming there. So we'll just give him the space to do such. Reduce our speed to 200, flaps 1. And we'll reduce to 180. Get some speed brakes out to help us slow down. That we don't have to go around. Flaps 5, speed check. Imagine taking off after us and landing before us, huh? Alright, Siobhan, I see you.
301 is on a 9-mile farm. They speed up for you. And I'm on top of it.
Thanks so very much, sir. Appreciate it. Alright, so we're at 180 and flap 5. We're going to arm the loc. So our localizer is available now. We are 16 miles out. So we should be fine. We should be just fine. He is quite a good distance up, so we're good. We are good. Light soap is now available, and those are his lights. We will also arm the approach. And we'll reduce our speed ever so slightly now to 170, and by then we should catch the localizer. Localizer captured, and we go flaps 15 speed check. At 10 miles, we would bring the landing gear down. And we have the glide slope captured in now. Landing gear down. There we go. Now we can see our landing gears and the typical landing gear where it tilts backwards. Nice. That representative of the 777. Bring our speed back to final approach speed.
$2,500.
301 should be over the numbers now. Flaps 20, speed check. Miramar traffic, THA303 heavy, 6 mile final runway 21 Miramar. We check flaps 25 and reduce to 47. Flaps 30. Arm the speed brake. Speed brake is armed. Landing checklist. Landing checklist is complete. Alright guys, let's land. Let's land this baby.
Anti-301 heavy clear of runway 21.
Hope you didn't leave any grease on the landing strip.
Oh, there's most of it.
Land 3. Roger. Miramar traffic, THA303 heavy, final runway 214 miles. At 500 feet, I'll call my airplane and land. Check out the wing view here. Ooh, look at that. Check. Let's see if we can make this butter. $500. Check. My airplane. $400. Check.
Approaching minimum 300. 200. Minimums.
Continue.
$100. 50. 30. 20. 10.
And touchdown. 3 brakes up. 2 in reverse. And we're down. Descent. And we missed that Romeo 1 that we were looking because we floated. Manual braking. So we'll take Alpha 3, which is the next taxiway here. Stop the timer. 1 minute, 1 hour and 2 minutes. Alpha 2. The aircraft. And landing lights can come off, taxi light go on, wing light come off, strobe light come off. And let's add GSX where we're gonna park today. International terminal. So where is that? Ah. Good. Gate 14.
The chosen position is too small for your aircraft.
The chosen position is too small. Where is gate 14? Let's look at it real quick. 814 is to our right. Okay, let's choose another one. Let's go to gate number 9. Where's gate number 9? Let's choose gate number 9. There we go. Gate number 9 right there. Start the APU. Alright guys, we have made it to Myanmar, whichever one you want to pronounce it as. Let's see what our landing rate was for today. Minus 223. Not bad, not bad. Not bad at all. Pretty nice landing rate. Gate number 9. Next right turn. We turn off our taxi lights. APU is not yet available. Slow it down just a bit. Make that right turn. APU is running. The one thing I'm kind of not liking with Microsoft is when you're trying to turn and do several things at the same time. If you brake while you're trying to pan around, the aircraft will come to a complete stop because it's like can't do two things at once. So it is what it is. Alright, let's see if you can see this. We are a little bit to the left. Slow it down just a bit. Maintain that. A little more thrust to get it moving. R3, 2, and go. Just about. Okay. On brakes. Parking brake is set. APU is running, and we can fuel fill and stop the timer. 1 hour and 26 minutes. Not bad. It should have been 1 hour and 14, but we got it. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Myanmar. We are going to get the gate just now to the aircraft. Request deboarding.
The boarding requested.
And we'll turn off our beacon. Get our chocks on. And watch the deboarding phase. There we have it, ladies and gentlemen. We are here at Myanmar. And we want our ground power, yes.
Passengers deboarding starting.
Today's flight was from Bangkok with Thai Airways, 777-300 from Pmdg, and we have landed here at Myanmar, as we see here, Yangon International Airport. And we had a very good friend of ours with us who flew THA301, and we made it here safely, and we want to say thank you so very much for joining us here on this flight. Once again, if you have not already done so, please make sure you subscribe and click that notification bell so you don't miss another live stream with us. Also, you can join the Discord channel. You can get that information as well on the channel. so you can also interact with us as we choose different places to fly. Thank you once again, and we hope that you had a wonderful trip with us today. Until next time, please take care. Goodbye.